Happy Friday. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing Friday. We absolutely killed it within our live trading session with my LPV team. Friendly reminder, I trade live every single morning. So if you want to watch me trade live as soon as Monday, make sure you click the second link down below. Learn a little bit more about our Learn Plan Profit Group and see if it's a good fit for you. We're running a big sale over the weekend. $22,000 on the day. This week has been insane. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, it's the third link in the description. I just posted my overall growth for the month of October. My goal this month is $300,000. It would make it my biggest trading month ever. I'm being super selective now. As you can see, I closed out my position on TQQQ. I left myself with that lucky one share. I did not trade SQQQ today. Again, all my trades were caught live with my LPP team. They are the only team that get to see me trade live and work with me on a closer basis. So what exactly is happening? What exactly is going on? I talked about this yesterday, right? I talked about how I'm preparing. Am I right 100% of the time? Heck no, I'm not going to pretend like I am, right? I know my red day is right around the corner, which is why I'm being super careful, right? Which is why I'm like, okay, I need to chill out. I'm so close to my goal. I'm so close, and I just don't want to do anything to put myself in an unfortunate position, right? But if you look at the 30-minute time frame, look at the 5-minute time frame. I talked about this in yesterday's video. Feel free to check out the video that I uploaded right before this. I talked about this overbought, oversold, overbought, oversold, overbought, oversold range. And yesterday, we're at the oversold range. I was like, hey, I view NASDAQ to be very attractive because if we're oversold, then we hold within this general range. Although we did sell off during extended hours, it was mainly normal market hours that I was more concerned about. And I began to see that it was showing signs of a support. It broke above EMA. I began to step on the gas. Direction was in my favor, and we called it out so perfectly. And again, I'm not right 100% of the time. I'm not here to trigger anyone. I know I make mistakes all the time, but guess what? I can make mistakes all the time. I've made so many mistakes. I've made all the mistakes in the book. But as long as I make those mistakes with a much smaller position size, it's much easier to manage my risk. It's that simple, right? So if I have a red trade, but my position size is 1/10 of what I normally trade with, it's easy for me. It's easier for me to cut losses and or just manage that risk and wait for the next trade opportunity. This is how I always come back. Again, it's such a beautiful end to the Friday. We had party mode during our live trading session today. It's what we do sometimes on Friday if it ends up being very entertaining and stuff like that. Comment down below, right? If you joined our live trading session this morning, feel free to let everyone know what you thought. But Verizon reported earnings, right? So we talked about this yesterday. Verizon reported earnings, missed. Look at this, making 52-week lows. Snapchat still in the red, dropping 30%. So Snapchat reported earnings yesterday after the market hours. The cheap can always get cheaper. Think about this, right? It's not about predicting the bottom of a company, but it's just simply preparing, right? There's money to be made in every market. It doesn't matter if it's bullish. It doesn't matter if it's bearish. I'm having one of my biggest trading months, my biggest trading month in my life during one of the most uncertain and bearish times. I think that's the beautiful thing about it. I think that's why people are so motivated by what it is that I'm posting. I'm not doing this when everyone else is making money. I'm doing this when most people aren't. And it's just because of how I know to make money during a bear market. It's actually very simple, right? We talk about it with an LPP. And then the last one that I wanted to talk about, so we talked about VZ, and it was going to be, if I'm not mistaken, what's the other company that reports earnings today? Let me go ahead and check the markets tab. So we get our earnings, and it's today. It's American Express. Let me go ahead and pull it up. American Express missing earnings 6.2%. So things, and again, this is, I'm just saying what it is that I'm saying, right? Where do I see the market going? So I want to take you guys back to the last time we reported quarterly earnings. It was around this time, right? We were reporting Q2 earnings, and the market all of a sudden began to take off. I remember the exact day. I think it was a Wednesday, and I think it was when Microsoft and Google reported earnings. And the reason I say this is because their earnings were not good, but they, I guess, weren't as bad as expected, right? And the market began to react in a positive way. And a lot of the different companies that were reporting earnings, even early on, the market was going up. It didn't really make sense. That's when the market began to rally. We are so oversold that I thought we were going to see the same momentum, the same reaction. But this time it looks a little bit different, right? We still have got big tech earnings next week and the week after that. I'm going to do my job here on YouTube to go live. I'm actually going to go live here at my office and not at the HQ, so you don't have to worry about any connection issues. But I'm going to keep you guys up to date with the different companies that are reporting earnings. I said it in yesterday's video. I'm going to say it again. If you're invested in a company, look up when it reports earnings and prepare now. Your job is not to prepare when the stock is selling off or when the stock is pushing of, oh, I should have bought more, I should have sold more. Your job is to prepare now, right? You will never predict the future. Your job is not to predict. Your job is to prepare, right? Even during downtimes, your job is not to predict the bottom. Your job is to prepare for when the market does recover, that you're in a good position, right? You will never time the market perfectly. Get comfortable with that. I sold super early with my TQQQ position. It's something that I'm working with my Learn Plan Profit group about. It's something that I work with them every single day. I want a beginner trader to understand that they will never be perfect. Our goal is to work to getting as close to perfect as possible by working on progress, but you will never be perfect. And I think when you understand that level-headed mindset, it is so much easier to lock in profits. It is so much easier to accept a bad trade. And I feel like ego is such a big thing. I mean, you'll see people in the comment section, even on this video, they get turned off and or they get jealous of when I talk about, my $22,000 day or my $270,000 month so far, or my $300,000 month that I'm working towards. They will make any excuse in the book for why they are in their position and why I'm in mine. At the end of the day, ask yourself one simple thing. Who do you want to be like? Do you want to be someone that is level-headed, that understands that they are not perfect, that understands that they make mistakes, but the only way that you can even be successful is if you've made enough mistakes to understand what not to do. And that's the whole point of progress. There are people that are so narrow-minded that will never amount to anything because of their inability to accept that they can be wrong. And being wrong and failing, it's a beautiful thing if you overcome it. There's no one in life, not one person, that's ever become successful by being right 100% of the times. And that should empower you. And that's what I wanted to leave you guys with. Again, it's knowing when it's okay to stay cash. TQQQ right now is beginning to rise. I'm excited for next week, but it doesn't matter if the market sells off. It doesn't matter if the market, begins to recover. Regardless of what side the market chooses to go, I will be right there with it. It's our number one focus. Keeping trading simple, focus on direction. We use indicators as a reference, never as a sole reason to take a trade. And we're never afraid to manage our risk and to lock in profits. And position size is one of our biggest focuses. Again, these are all concepts and principles that I talk about within our Learn Plan Profit group. Let me be the first person to tell you, you can learn how to trade on your own. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I learned how to trade on my own. It took years. There's a lot of trial and error. And I had to learn everything on my own. You can do the same. Or I offer LPP. I trade live with you every day. I work with you on a closer basis. You get access to the A to Z video lesson library, and you also get access to our TechBets HQ. 4 things. It's all inclusive. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access. So at $150 off, it ends up being $349. So ask yourself a simple question. Will you lose more than $350 trying to figure it out on your own and the amount of time it's going to take versus joining my team and me having it presented and laid out for you? It's up to you. I want you to make the decision that you think is best for your future self. I just have an option for you, right? So again, second link in the description to $150 off. It's literally the biggest discount that we offer. Even on Black Friday, we don't offer a bigger discount. It's $150 off. I value my time. I only work with people that want to work with me. And those are the people that join LPP. So second link down below, $150 off. I'm excited to kick off the next week with you guys. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to be conservative. And I'm excited for these up and coming earnings because we will see a shift in the market, either on the, our reaction to the market, bullish or bearish, regardless of what it chooses. We're going to be prepared. And again, we'll be catching it live. So I appreciate you guys' time. Hope that it earned your thumbs up. Wish you guys an amazing weekend. Again, if you have any questions about what we talked about today, feel free to send me a direct message via Discord. That's that first link in the description. Or feel free to send me a direct message via Instagram, and that's that third link down below. Also, I just posted my overall growth for the month of October. So if you want to see where I'm at and what I'm trying to work towards, then you had to click that third link down below. That is my Instagram account. I am verified, and that is my only Instagram account. I have no other account. I don't use Telegram. I don't use WhatsApp. There's a bunch of fake accounts that will pretend to be me and that will message you. Let me be just blunt with you. I will never message you first. If you message me on my verified Instagram account, I will respond. I have no other account. If you get a message from someone pretending to be me saying that it's a different account, no, I don't have any other account. I have one verified account, and it's the third link down below. And again, I hope that you use my growth as motivation of something to work towards. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.